Welcome back to the deep dive. Sometimes the most profound lessons for human efficiency, the kind that really transform a professional practice,
Yeah.
well, they don't always come from the latest business guru.
No, sometimes they come from nature, right?
Exactly. Today, we're diving into something, well, quite surprising, really. Elegant, even. A formation of birds. Just picture a crow for a second. Individually, they're incredibly smart. We know that. Clever problem solvers.
Oh, absolutely. Very intelligent creatures.
But then you see a formation of crows, a murder flying in perfect unison.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something else entirely. It's a system.
Mm-hmm.
They move with this incredible, almost effortless purpose. Each wing beat, every little shift, it contributes to the group's momentum, it conserves energy, allows them to navigate huge distances, and efficiency a single bird just couldn't manage.
Right. It's not just flying near each other.
No, it's a living, breathing strategy.
And that natural phenomenon, it really offers a surprisingly potent blueprint for the professional world, particularly, I think, for financial practices trying to build that long-term authority and stability.
How so?
Well, we've seen firsthand how practices without this kind of, let's say, strategic alignment, this coordination, they often find themselves just spinning their wheels. A lot of individual effort, sure, but they're burning energy, losing direction.
It's exhausting.
It is, and they feel exhausted by these sort of disorganized movements. But when they adopt this formation mindset, suddenly they function like that perfectly aligned flock.
Oh, okay.
And what you gain isn't just efficiency, though that's huge. It's this visible, almost palpable sense of control, professionalism, and clients absolutely pick up on that.
That makes sense.
It's really the critical difference between just constantly reacting to things and, well, strategically soaring.
That's a powerful distinction. So our mission for this deep dive, then, is to really unpack how this crow's formation idea gives financial professionals a blueprint for achieving that long-term authority, that stability, not just getting through the day.
Exactly. It's about translating nature's wisdom into a really robust, client-centric business model.
Okay, let's unpack this. Now, when we talk about formation, it's vital to understand it isn't just, your team being in the same office or maybe using the same software.
No, it's much deeper than that.
It's about alignment.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like every single wing beat in that crow formation helps the whole group move forward and saves energy. Well, every process, every single client touch point in your financial practice has to be strategically aligned.
That's it. To get that kind of collective systemic efficiency.
Right.
And for financial practices, this alignment, it really takes shape through integrated automation. We're talking about like a digital nervous system
Right.
where all the parts aren't just there, but they're actively communicating, anticipating, working together.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Imagine your new client onboarding. It doesn't just happen. It connects seamlessly, intelligently to your document management systems. Maybe automatically tagging and storing information right where it needs to go.
Okay.
Digital signatures. They flow directly into organized, compliant records. No one's dragging and dropping files manually.
That saves time.
A lot of time and errors. Invoices. They get generated automatically, often dynamically, maybe based on the very systems tracking the services you've provided under the client contract. Even your follow-up communication, it becomes proactive. It emerges automatically, timed perfectly with specific client milestones or perhaps portfolio changes. But the real insight here, I think, isn't just that these things connect. It's how this interconnected formation creates a kind of self-optimizing loop.
A loop.
Yeah, each step flows smoothly into the next, like those wing beats in perfect rhythm. It ensures no single process wastes energy or, crucially, introduces friction for the client or your team.
Less friction is always good.
Always. So instead of repeating manual work for every client, the system learns, it repeats itself with precision. It maintains momentum. The firm gains incredible efficiency, right?
Yeah.
And for clients, the experience isn't just professional, it feels seamless, almost intuitive.
You feel like you've got it all handled.
Exactly. They get this sense of effortless expertise from you, even if they don't really know why.
That's definitely the ideal state, isn't it? But I'm sure many listening have felt that, that sinking feeling. Forgotten email, maybe?
Yeah.
Or a client asking for a document they know they just sent you.
Oh, absolutely. Or chasing down signatures.
Yes, those little friction points, they really add up. So what does it look like when a practice doesn't have this formation? What are the consequences of what you called scattered efforts?
Well, it's a really common and, frankly, insidious problem. Without that formation, practices often behave like
Yeah.
like those scattered birds you see startled into flight.
Okay, yeah, frantic.
Exactly, frantic. They expend tremendous energy, but ultimately they lose direction. They're not really going anywhere fast.
Mm.
Many firms, and they have good intentions, they try to fix operational problems piecemeal. They might adopt one fantastic tool for scheduling.
Right, the latest shiny object.
Precisely. Then another equally great tool, maybe for contracts, and yet another standalone system for billing. But here's the catch. Without deliberate alignment, these individual systems don't coordinate.
They don't talk to each other.
They often compete, they create integration debt, data silos, not synergy, and the negative impact on clients. It's immediate, and it's deeply felt, even if, again, they can't quite articulate the cause.
How does it manifest for them?
They sense the disorganization, maybe through missed messages or getting asked for the same information multiple times.
That's frustrating for a client.
Very. Or inconsistent experiences across different touch points. The onboarding feels fragmented, maybe asks them to jump between different platforms just to sign documents. Invoices might arrive without real clarity or a clear link back to the services.
It just feels messy.
It erodes trust, piece by piece. Like that flock without formation, the practice expends far more effort, but actually travels less distance in terms of progress, client satisfaction, and definitely in terms of sustained growth.
That scattered image, I think it really resonates. A lot of practices probably feel that way sometimes. So for those feeling overwhelmed by this, what's the first critical step towards building this formation? How do we actually build this coherent flight pattern?
Okay.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Right. The key, as you pointed out, is automation. It really is the strategic answer here. It acts as the flight pattern that guides every task, ensures nothing falls out of rhythm.
So it's the architecture.
It is. It's the architecture behind that seamless experience we were talking about. And we're not just talking about, automating simple repetitive tasks. We're talking intelligent workflows.
Like what?
Okay, so for instance, new clients move through clearly defined automated onboarding steps, maybe using smart forms that pre-populate data they've already given you and integrate directly into your CRM.
Less typing for everyone.
Exactly. Document signing, it stops being a manual chase to become streamlined. Automatic routing, secure e-signature platforms, and then immediate compliance storage right in your document management system. Boom.
Okay.
And billing cycles repeat on schedule with incredible detail and accuracy, sometimes even dynamically adjusting based on service usage maybe, all with minimal, if any, manual intervention. This kind of strategic automation, it drastically reduces what we can call the drag of inefficiency.
Drag of inefficiency. I like that.
Yeah, just like birds in formation use the air currents from each other's wing beats. Financial professionals benefit from the cumulative power of these coordinated automated systems.
The builds on itself.
It does. And this isn't just about saving a few minutes here and there. It's about fundamentally redirecting your most valuable resource, your team's energy and expertise.
Right. Freeing people up.
Freeing them up. The capacity you save on those routine, often repetitive, frankly, boring tasks, you can then powerfully redirect that towards high-value advisory work, strategic business growth, maybe market analysis, developing new services, and, most importantly, truly deepening those crucial client relationships.
The human touch.
Exactly. Allowing for the bespoke personal interactions that actually differentiate you in the market.
That's a profound thought. I'm imagining a client getting consistent branded communication and just thinking, wow, these guys really have it together.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost subliminal, isn't it? Even if clients can't quite articulate why, they absolutely notice the ease. Process that don't need repeated instructions. The professionalism of consistent communication. The clarity of branded, accurate documents.
It feels that powerful unspoken trust. It absolutely does. And this perception of coordination becomes an incredibly powerful signal of authority, almost a silent promise.
I promise.
Yeah, clients begin to assume, often correctly, that the same precision governing your internal operations. Well, that extends directly to the financial strategies and advice you provide them.
Ah, okay. The back office reflects the front office quality.
Precisely. These systems themselves reinforce confidence. Much like seeing that strong, orderly crow formation flying across the sky signals competence, unwavering direction. A well-coordinated practice sends that exact same signal of stability and capability to every client from the moment they engage with you, before you even discuss a single financial number. And what's truly fascinating here, building on that idea of sustained movement, There's another remarkable feature of these crow formations, their cyclical nature.
Cyclical. How so?
Well, the birds rotate positions. They move from the demanding lead spot, which takes the most energy, to a less strenuous one further back in the formation. It lets individuals rest while the entire formation keeps its forward momentum.
That's clever. Nature's efficiency again.
It's brilliant design, isn't it, for both repetition and renewal. So if we connect this back to the bigger picture for financial practices, you achieve the same kind of sustainability through automated systems designed to loop, cycle.
Okay, explain the loop.
Your onboarding processes. They repeat without needing constant reinvention. Maybe they even refine themselves over time based on data. Invoicing cycles recur without error, reliably.
Predictable.
Very. Client communication flows at regular strategic intervals without someone having to remember to do it manually. It maintains consistent engagement. Once designed, these systems just keep operating again and again, like that formation cycling through the sky. They can even learn and adapt to stay optimal.
So it becomes self-sustaining.
That's the key. This inherent sustainability, this continuity of effort without constant reinvention, that's what truly separates the foresightful, authoritative practices from the ones that are just scattered and always feel like they're chasing their tails.
It's clear then, this level of coordinated flow, it doesn't just happen by accident. It requires real discipline upfront.
Absolutely. Intense discipline.
Just like crows rely on learned behaviors, maybe refined over generations, for financial professionals, achieving this formation demands the discipline of intentional system design. Every process needs to be meticulously mapped out, aligned with all the others, and then automated with precision. It's definitely an investment, isn't it? But one that clearly pays off.
Oh, the dividends are huge. This strategic discipline, it compounds over time. Think about it. A practice in formation simply doesn't waste energy correcting easily avoidable errors.
Right. Less rework.
It doesn't lose credibility through inconsistent reactive communication. And critically, it doesn't burn out its staff with those mind-numbing repetitive manual tasks.
Which helps retention focus.
Absolutely. It combats burnout, allows them to focus on higher value work. Instead, the practice advances with this quiet confidence, this effortless momentum, like a coordinated group that knows exactly where it's going and how it's going to get there.
It creates space.
It creates capacity for innovation, for deeper client relationships, and ultimately for a truly resilient business model. So what does this all mean for you listening? The transition from those scattered individual efforts to an aligned, powerful formation. Well, it doesn't happen by accident or just by buying some new software.
You need a plan.
It begins with a clear vision, a vision of how all your systems should interact, how they should amplify each other. Your onboarding must connect directly to your document flows. Those, in turn, need to connect to your CRM and your billing. Communication must reinforce your brand consistently at every single step.
And automation is the glue.
Automation is the connective tissue. It's what ties these potentially disparate pieces together into a coherent, functioning structure. The crow's formation isn't simply about flying together. It's about moving together with strategy, precision, and endurance.
Strategy, precision, endurance. I like that.
Yeah. So this means designing systems that amplify one another, that conserve precious energy, and that sustain your growth and authority over the long term.
And there you have it. The profound lesson from the crow's formation. All about strategic coordination and its truly transformative power for financial practices.
It's a simple metaphor, maybe, but incredibly powerful. How that efficiency translates directly into enduring authority and client trust.
Yeah.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is seeing how automation becomes more than just a tool. It becomes the very flight pattern that keeps every process aligned. It reinforces your entire ecosystem, and it sustains momentum not just for today, but for years, maybe decades to come.
It's about building a practice that isn't just, well, flying.
Yeah.
But soaring.
Exactly.
Soaring. Absolutely. So as you reflect on this deep dive, maybe consider this. How does the unseen coordination you develop within your practice, all those perfectly aligned automated systems working behind the scenes, how does that become the most visible, the most compelling signal of your authority to clients? Building their trust even before a single financial strategy is even discussed. It's really the silent promise that speaks volumes.